So the AI has started taking care of our emails, high priority, boom, customer support, promotions, finance and billing. Before you know, boom, all your inbox is taken care of. Hello champions, welcome. Today we are going to take a look at our Gmail classifier. This is the only email classifier you will ever need. This will take care of all your inbox. First, let's do a demo and see what we are going to do over here. Heading forward, we are going to use a Gmail account, which is a demo Gmail account. Right now it has some emails. Well, I'm going to delete those emails. So I created an automation just to delete that. Let's connect this to this. This is the automation which is going to clean up all the emails. Let's run it. So if you see, it's reading all the emails and one by one, it's going to delete all the emails. So 44 emails are read and it's going to delete them in a loop. It will clean up everything which is over here. Let's refresh it so that we have a clean slate and you will understand what we are trying to do. So our workflow is executed. All the emails are deleted. Let's see, refresh. We have a clean slate. I'm going to increase the size of this so that you guys can see it. Perfect. With that said, we don't have any emails. Let's simulate sending emails to this. For this, we have another block. What this is doing is it's reading a bunch of emails from a Google Sheet. This Google Sheet has these emails. We don't want to send so many emails. Let's take one from each category. So let's delete. Perfect. So now we have this cleaned up data. Let me save this. Let's run. Now we are expecting 4 emails to be read and 4 emails sent out to our Gmail classifier. This is a published workflow. So it will start executing and taking care of those emails. Let's go back. Cool. We have 4 emails. What we expect is they will get tagged. The first thing is getting categorized. One should get categorized as high priority, second as customer support, finance, and then promotion. High priority one, we are expecting that a draft will be created automatically so that a human in the loop can review the draft and see what needs to be replied back. So let's wait for the executions. We go, executions are running. Let's wait for them. Nothing yet. Our execution is completed. Let's go back and check, refresh this. All right, all our emails are taken care of. Let's dissect what has happened. For high priority email, it was categorized as high priority. You don't see it because once it is categorized, it will go inside the email, which is high priority, and you won't see the label. But if you have to move it back to inbox, you will see that it was categorized as high priority. So not only it has been categorized, we have created a draft for that. And the draft says, thank you for reaching out. I'm sorry to hear blah, blah, blah. So this was the draft which is created by our AI agent automatically. And once we review this, we can send it out. Second was customer support. Customer supports, this could be something as trivial as, hey, my computer is not working. What do I need to do? Restart your computer. That is a generic response. A customer support agent is always going to give it to the customer who is asking the question. So this can be automated and our AI agent is going to take care of this. So I signed up for my work email, but person, can you update it? Please email your request to this email address and we'll be able to do it, or whatever the email response from our AI agent is going to be there. And finance and billing department, this is just that we needed to forward this to somebody else in our case. So the finance and billing department, so this is the customer support change in the email address. So if you see, send is there, and request for tax or invoice, this was sent to another email address, which is sandeep@gmail. So it was replied back to another team, creating a view that, okay, we are sending it to somebody else in our department, which is the finance department. And promotion, we do not need to take care of anything. It was marked as read. It was tagged as promotion. It was marked as read, and it was put into the promotion because we don't want to take care of this. So this way you can automate everything in your email. I have chosen 4 categories. You can choose 10 categories, 200. It's up to you, right? We are going to see how to create this workflow step by step. First, let's take a look at the workflow itself. Let's go back. So as you see, this is the cleanup, which is only going to read the emails and delete the emails one by one. This is simulating how to send emails. It reads from a Google Sheet and it sends out an email. You'll need a Gmail account for that, and we'll go into the details about how to create that. And this is where all the magic happens. So let's run down, let's do a walkthrough of this to understand what this workflow is doing. If you understand one leg, rest of the legs are pretty much similar. So just, I would say pay attention to the first one. If you understand one, rest is pretty simple. So what are we doing over here? The first email, let's take one of the executions that will give us a better idea of what is happening. All right, so what I'm going to do from executions, I'm going to copy to the editor. All right, now we have the data, the actual run, the 4 items, the 4 emails. All right, well, let's see what happened. So if you go to the JSON schema, all right, 4 items. So we have these 4 items. To lower the resolution a little bit so that we can fit it in. All right, so you got emails. Hi, could you please send me a text invoice for the course? The 4 emails over here. Let's see what happens. The next thing is our Gmail or AI categorization agent. What it is going to do is it's going to read the email. All right, our prompt. Let's go one by one. User prompt is nothing but the context. We are giving it incoming email, subject, body, and the entire email just in case if it needs the entire context. System prompt. You are an intelligent email classifier agent. Classify the provided email into these categories. So what you're saying is, like, based on the context, the user context, categorize the email as high priority, customer support, promotions, finance, and billing. Do not explain the reason, only give a JSON output. And what is the JSON output that we want? That should be in the assistant prompt. So in the assistant prompt, we are telling it, give me the output in this format. So if we go back and we check, we have received the output. We have got the ID, chat completion. We have got a bunch of emails like sender, from, everything that we need. The most important is the classification, which is finance and billing. One should be promotions, one should be customer support, and one should be high priority. So these are how the categorization works. Now, once the email is categorized, based on the categorization, we have to take different actions. So for high priority email, the first thing that we need to do is add a label. Make sure that this is categorized as high priorities. The first thing that somebody will need to go and do is like create these labels beforehand. So then only we can use it on this. We can create it over here, but it's just a little convoluted. To keep it simple, I have created the labels earlier, and we are going to use it over here. The first step is just categorizing it as giving it a label. The second is creating a draft. Why are we creating a draft? Because if it's a high priority email from your boss, we do not want to just send out a reply because AI can hallucinate. We want to have a human in the loop. So we created a draft. We can also get a notification. That's what I've done over here. I'm getting a Telegram notification. With that, I will come to know that, okay, yes, I have got a message. I need to reply. I need to check it out. Once the replies, once the draft is created, let's see the prompt. The prompt for this is your executive assistant. Your job is to respond to the incoming high priority inquiries. Right? Here is the email you are responding to. Perfect. So we give the entire Gmail context to it in a text format, and we are getting the response back. All right. So it will create a draft using Gmail node. It will keep the draft. After that, we are removing it from inbox. If I don't do this step, then we will see this in our inbox as well. So sometimes it's up to you whether you want to remove it. I'll show you both the ways, and you can decide whether you want to move it and make it a 0 inbox, because right now we have a 0 inbox. But if I don't keep a 0 inbox, if I don't remove it from the inbox, it will still be in my inbox, but it will be categorized as high priority. With that said, this leg is done. The second leg is about customer support. Customer support will automatically reply and answer questions. Over here, we also have a mini RAG where the AI agent is answering questions based on this sheet. So it's a mini RAG. You can use this as well. The rest is same pretty much. However, rather than creating a draft, it is actually sending the reply. So we are sending the reply back to the person who sent the message. As simple as that. The third leg is about promotion. Promotions, we just need to make the email as read. Honestly, I don't think so. We need this one as well. Evaluate and what needs to be done, because we're just getting the text out of it, like why this email was classified as promotion when we are sending a notification. If you want, you don't have to do this. You can literally just mark it as read and remove it from the inbox. And last but not the least is about forwarding, because these 4 scenarios almost cover all, most of the aspects. Like when you get an email, you have to respond it immediately, or when you get an email, you already know what the answer is. It's copy paste from a bunch of documents, and that can be used as a RAG, which is the second, and customer support. The third one is you do not want to take any action, which is promotions. And the last one is where you are not the right person, intended person, you have to forward it to some other department. And that's what we are exactly doing over here. We're creating a response dynamically using an AI agent node. They say, hey, you're a finance billing assistant. Your job is to summarize the email and send it to them, right? So we summarize the email. After that, we send it to the finance department. I have put my email over here, but you can put whatever email you want over here. And after that, you can remove it from the inbox. Same drill. So with that said, I hope you understood what needs to be done, and we can get straight into building this workflow. First thing that you need to do is you'll need the resources. Head to the school community and go to the classroom section, free YouTube resources. The Gmail classifier is what you're looking for. Humble request, 97.9% people who are watching this video are not subscribed. So please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. I would really appreciate that. I put a lot of effort doing all the research to make sure that I give you the best information which is out there, step-by-step instructions. The least you can do is please to help me out is subscribe. The video will be updated over here once it is created and uploaded to YouTube. Second thing which you'll need is the Google Sheet. This is the link. You can make a copy, like file, make a copy. And once you have a copy, you'll have a sheet exactly like this. Sample emails, demo emails. Rest of the things you can just ignore. Don't worry about that. Those are just for my testing, but ignore them. Right now, we are just interested in this demo emails sheet. All right. Once you make a copy. Second thing that you'll need is the n8n template. Just click on it. It will download it. Once you have it downloaded, the second thing you will need is like come over here, create a workflow. Once you create it, import from a file, and the one downloaded, you import it, and this is exactly what you will get. So these are labeled sections. This is for sending the demo emails. This is for deleting the demo emails. And all you have to do is hook your Gmail account, right? But we're going to do this step by step. This is optional. If you want to do it, you can do it. If not, that's completely fine. We can do it one by one as well. So let's do the Gmail setup first. We are going to do this from scratch. So I'm going to literally Control-E delete, and this is what we are going to use. I'm going to keep this on the side for my reference so that we can get the commands and everything that are needed. All right, so let's rename this as Gmail Classifier YouTube. All right, first thing which we need to do is send out demo emails. How are we going to do that? Trigger manually. Second is I'm going to increase the size. We need to read the Google Sheets. Look for Sheets, Google Sheets. All right, what we're going to do, we're going to read. So we're going to say get rows in the sheet. If you don't have your account, simply click on this. What you need to do is over here, create new credentials. Once you create new credentials, you'll see a button for sign in with Google. If you're on a self-hosted account, then the OAuth setup is a little bit different. I'll put a link in the description for that. However, if you're on if you're on n8n's cloud, it's very simple. Just sign in with Google, connect your account. Make sure that the account that you're connecting is the one which has this Excel sheet. So, okay, all right. Once that you have that, you're going to choose the copy or the Outlook demo. This was initially created for Outlook, but I repatriated it for Gmail, Outlook is giving some issues. Once we fix that, we'll do a demo on that one as well, but it is going to be pretty much similar. What do we need? We don't need sample emails, we need demo emails. So if you go back over here, this is the demo emails, not sample email. This is from where I copy stuff. So we are going to use demo emails, all right? And let's execute this step, boom. Now let's execute this step. Getting the rows, it has gotten 4 rows. If you click, okay, we're getting 4 rows. This is exactly what we want. Save your workflows, there is no auto save. We are going to send an email. Now you can use your actual email or you can use a demo email. I have created a brand new account like Sandy for the AI demo. This way I'm not worried about, breaking my stuff or breaking my actual email. You feel free to do what you want to do. Right now I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup of this one, so that let's delete the emails. I'm going to run my original delete email in the behind, so that once this is succeeded, we'll see no emails over here. So we have a blank slate. This is what we want. Now I don't like to send all the emails at once, and I don't like to test everything at once. So we're going to do it one thing at a time. The first thing is we're going to test is this one. So let's delete a bunch of these and let's have one email over here which is high priority. We're going to build the first leg, which is this one. We are building this first leg. All right, we're building this first leg. So I'm going to take it on the side. All right, let's do this. Go back to your thing. Cool. We are going to add now. If I run this, I should only get one email. Perfect. Let's find a Gmail node. What we are going to do, we're going to send a email to ourselves. So in this case, you'll need 2 email IDs. All right. One is your target inbox, and one is from where you're going to send the email. So I have a Sandy for the Gmail account. I'm going to use that one. Please don't spam me. Gmail, look for a Gmail node and send a message. All right. So credentials to connect with. This should be, so Sandy for AI demo. This is the one which you're sending the email to, and Sandy for B is the one from which you're sending the email. So I'm going to choose the email from where we are going to send it. Second, we are going to use Sandy for AI demo, and we are going to use subject because we're getting the subject from here, which is this, and body is going to be this. So let's do body, HTML, text, really doesn't matter. Do one thing, append n8n attribution and uncheck this, or else it will show that it was sent by n8n, which we do not want. If you want it, you can keep it. Now execute this workflow. Perfect. So we should get an email over here. Now it's a new email, it's not getting categorized, nothing is happening so far. First step, what we need to do is need to get this categorized. So if you do not have a label, click on this, name the label HP, high priority, 1, whatever you want. I already have a name label and I have colored it as red. You can color it a different color if you want. This tag should already be there. This label should already be there. Now let's see how we are going to attach this label to this. Go back to your Gmail. Okay, first thing, we need to read the emails from our new account and then tag it and categorize it, right? How are we going to do that? So for that, we are going to choose, for now, while we are testing, we will change it to production setup later on. But for now, we are going to use a simple Gmail node to read the email, right, while we are creating it. So let's create a Gmail. Actually, we need a Gmail trigger node. So I'm going to say another node, and we're going to say Gmail. So in here, if you see on message received, this is the trigger that we need. All right, this is how it should look like with a lightning symbol. All right, here you're going to choose Sandy for AI demo. Like whatever second email account that you have, you can choose the mode, how much time or how much intervals it should check for the email, and event is message received. Do not do simplify or else you'll lose a lot of setup. And red status, maybe red status you want to choose whether it's new or something. Oh, we are not going to care about that right now. I'm just going to fetch an event. So no email was fetched. Why? Maybe because of what? So okay, that email was already taken. Okay, so what happened was our previous workflow, it's already published, and that's why it automatically must have taken care of that email, which we do not want. So I'm going to unpublish this workflow. All right, I'm going to unpublish this workflow, and let's put it back over here. All right, that is just for the reference. Let's go back. I'm going to put it back over here. Let's delete it. What the heck, you know? Why don't we build our second piece actually to delete the workflow so that we don't have to do this monkey business of deleting it manually? How are we going to do this? First thing, we need the trigger. Second thing is we need a Gmail node where we're going to read a bunch of messages. Okay, where are we going to read from? Get a message. Let's get a message actually. So we want to get many messages, and the count is going to be here for demo. Return. We don't want to delete everything. We only want to delete from. That's fine. For now, let's just use this. We're going to get all the messages. All right, we got 2 items. Why are there 2 items? High priority. All right, are there 2 messages over here? Maybe. Yeah, it sent another message. That's fine. So let's delete this message. We are going to say the add a loop over an items batch size is 1, which is good enough. Instead of this, we're going to add as Gmail delete a message. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to delete this. We don't need this. This is good enough. So we're reading 2 messages. All right, so this won't work because it's active. It needs data. So run it. Now come over here. We need the message ID. This is the message ID that we are looking for. Now we can enable this. Save it, run it, and it will delete. Oh, it did not delete the message. Why? The resource I'm requesting is not a thread ID. Thread ID maybe. Cool. Save. It still didn't work. Why? It's not getting the right IDs. Why? This is not it. Message ID. It should be this one. If not, it's pretty. Oh boy! Because we are choosing a different account. This is my main account. Okay, now it should work. We chose the wrong account. Now it will work. So it deleted all those messages which were there. Let's save this. We go back. Even we do mistakes. We have to be very careful when deleting something. Now we have a clean slate. Cool. Let's build our first leg. First leg, Gmail. So we need an email to get an mail first. So let's send an email. We got an email, hopefully. Yeah, we got it in the inbox. Perfect. Now let's go back. Let's run this. So in order to run a different trigger, you have to choose it from here. Run a trigger. Boom. Now we got 1 item. This is exactly what we were looking for. So we are making progress. Save this. Next, what do we want to do? We want to categorize this email. And if we keep looking into the subject, and let's see, there we go. Yeah. If you look for the subject and the body, if there is anything urgent, if there is anything ASAP, we will have to do a lot of programming to do that. And whenever the output is not deterministic, input is not deterministic, That's when you use AI agents to do all these analysis, because AI can do it very easily rather than we trying to find out all the edge cases to get the category for categorization. Let's test this out. All right, we got one email. That's what we wanted. Next, let's categorize this. What we're going to do is we're going to use AI node. In my previous one, I used a message model to OpenAI, but that has changed since we last created it. So we're going to change it a little bit. We're going to use AI agent. All right, the first thing that we need is chat model. We're going to go with OpenRouter. If you don't have OpenRouter, that's fine as well. You can use OpenAI. Both of them will work. To get an account, create a credential, go to the documents or go to your account. Let's go to OpenAI. Login. Once you log in, go to API platform. And over there, we can look for API keys. Let's go to billing. Billing should have it. That's where API keys. You can create an API key, copy it, paste it in your n8n project, which is the credential, and the connection should be successful. It should look something like this. Once you have that, choose GBD 4.1 mini. The setup for AI agent is good. Next, what do we want to do? We don't need a memory necessarily for this one. So second thing which we change is define bill. We need to give a user prompt. I'm going to head back over here. Let's copy this. This basically nothing, but let's go to expression, copy paste. It says email subject is subject, where we got that from is in the bottom. So text to, this is the email subject. That's what we got it from, and your email JSON.text. This is nothing but the body. So this is the body. Those are the two things. JSON or stringify. This basically what it does is like, so it gives a string value of the entire email that we have. Once that is done, we can test it out, but that's not enough. We haven't told the AI agent what to do. So let's do that. Let's add a system message. We're going to add a system message. Second thing which I'm going to do is like copy paste the system prompt. So you are an intelligent email classifier. Right now, we're only going to do high priority emails. So we're going to copy paste that. Perfect. This will give us high priority. Let's execute this. Okay, category high priority. However, this did not give us the format that we want. We want it in a certain format. So we're going to say require specific output, connect an output parser. So this, once you connect the plus sign over here, structured output parser, and this is what we need to give it. So let's go back to our AI prompt. This is what we are looking for. This is the JSON. We need to output this as in JSON format. All right, copy paste. Okay, let's go back. We're going to go back to our AI agent. I think this should be good enough. Let's try now, and we should see an output in JSON format. Exactly, this is exactly what we're looking for. So if we go back to my previous demo, if you see, just want to give you a difference, we are using message model to AI agent. However, this thing has changed a little bit. OpenAI has changed this node, and a few things have changed. So I don't want to confuse you guys to make it very complicated. It's super duper simple when we do it like this. You just tell it like, I need a structured output parser, give it the syntax of the JSON that you want, and it will give it in the format that you want. With that said, next step is pretty easy. We need a switch node. Why? We need to switch values based on the category. So classification is equal to high priority. We're going to rename this as high priority. All right, and rest we'll do later on, but I just want to show you. Okay, we got one item which is high priority. Let's save it. What are we going to do next? Next step is we are going to label it. So the label that we are going to use for this is high priority label. Let's go back. We are going to say Gmail, add a label to a message. All right, so the second email account that we used, this is Sandeep for AI demo. That is the one we are going to choose. Label ID, so we need a message ID. This is the message ID which we got. That's why we chose the JSON format, and the label that we are going to choose is high priority. So if you don't have high, type it, select it, execute the step. Got executed. If we go back and refresh this, we should have high priority. So our email is categorized as high priority. How? Our AI agent did that. Next step is we are going to decide what to do on this high priority message. We are going to create a draft because we want our AI to read the email and create a draft. How are we going to do that? Again, we are going to do that with an AI agent. So let's select AI agent. This is going to be defined below. All right, chat model, we can choose this chat model. This is going to look a little different than the template, but it's pretty much the same thing. All right, there's AI model, AI agent. This is generic AI agent, and the other one is message model to OpenAI chat node. Let's head back to our school community. So if you scroll down, assistant prompt, this was done. This is the one which we inserted over there. Actually, I'm going to delete this to avoid confusion. High priority email AI assistant. So let's take this. This says nothing. Your executive assistant, your job is to respond to incoming high priority inquiries as accurately as you can. So technically, we are asking the AI agent to read the email and respond back. Let's go back. We're going to add a system message. So let's say we are going to add. Actually, we can go with the user message as well, and we're going to choose expression. Cool. All right, we'll have to change this. Here is the email. So we are going to get, so this is Gmail trigger 1. Actually, it's not 1, this is Gmail trigger because the node is Gmail trigger, right? So I just changed the name to the Gmail trigger and that should work. Well, let's execute and see what happens. We're using ChatGPT 4.1 over here, which is the same AI agent model. Okay, so we got subject. We did not get it in a specific format. We wanted it in a specific format, which is subject, message, email draft, and text message, right? So we did not get it in that format. So let's ask, okay, give me a JSON structured output format for this. All right. So let's copy this, go back, require specific output format, same thing, output parser, structured output parser, paste this, and now let's try to run it again, execute this step, and we should get the output in the desired format. Perfect, this is what we wanted. So we got a subject, message, the draft of the email that we are going to send, and the text message that we want to send. Perfect. Next thing is we are going to create a draft. How are we going to create a draft? Same thing, Gmail node, create a draft. So create a draft. Perfect. Where are we going to create? In the second email. That's for where we want to create the draft. Subject is going to be the subject, or you can say reply to the subject, whatever you want to do. Second thing is going to be the message. Message is going to be the email draft. This is the message that we want to send, right? Participant unable to log in, dear name. It doesn't have the name, so you'll have to check that out, but dear name is fine. We can tweak it later on, but right now it looks good. If you create the draft, it will create the draft right now. So let's try to execute this. The draft is created. If we go back and if we go to the draft, this draft is created. So dear, so we'll have to know the to name, and that can also be gotten from the AI agent. However, I have kept it null. Dear whoever you're sending the email to, thank you for reaching out. We understand your urgency. regarding login issue, blah blah blah. AI has created it. All we need to do is check it out, look for the recipients, and send it out. All right. We can also put the recipients from the tool, and in order to do that, let's go back. Thread ID label switch AI agent. Does AI agent have that as read from sender? So we can literally put the sender over here, which is, where is it? Add option to email. So to email will send sender. Perfect. That way, if we execute, another draft should be created, and that will have a to email ID as well. It's taking some time. The second one, and if you see, the second one got the email ID. So that's how you can keep changing. You can get the name of the sender, put it over here, and you can put your name over here. That way, this draft will be ready to go. But this is the way you can do high priority email. So we sent one high priority email. After this, if you want to send a notification to yourself that some high priority email came and you need to get notified, so you can do Telegram, send a chat message. So send a message, maybe message, send a text message. All right. How to do a Telegram connection, I'm going to put a link in the description, so check out for that. Once you have the connection created, it will also show you how to get the chat ID. All right. What we need over here is the text that we are going to send. So if we go back to our AI agent, it must have created a text message to be sent. All right. Reply markup, I'm not going to change anything. And the chat ID, let me grab that. So this is my chat ID. Now if I execute it, I got a text message, and let's go to my Telegram. Actually, I got it. I don't know if you can see it over here, but if I go to my Telegram and open it, I should have received a text message. So this is the whole chain. So if you see urgent participant unable to log in, and this message was sent by n8n. We can change that as well. I think there should be a pen and an attribution. If I remove this, then I will not get that message which is saying sent by n8n. So with that said, this leg is done. If you want to test it out, we can test it out again. So why don't we delete it and test out the whole thing again, just to make sure that it is working. All right, so let's execute. Oh no, not this one. Oh boy, happens. So we want to test this one. So it's going to find out the items that we want to delete. They are deleted. Good. Second thing is you're going to check, do this, save. Now execute the workflow again from that point. So if you go back now, all the emails should be gone. There is nothing over here. All right, let's come back. Let's send an email to ourselves. It will pick up an email from the sheet and send a message. So we must have received one email over here. And once we run this leg, the whole email will get classified and a draft will be created. So let's execute the Gmail trigger. Boom, boom, boom. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's categorizing it as high priority, adding a label to the message. AI agent created a draft and I got a notification. It means that I need to go and check my email. Let's go and check our email. I got it. Refresh, high priority email. A draft is created. How cool is that? How cool is that? A draft is created and I can review this and send it out immediately. So that's how an email AI-powered AI agent can check your emails and respond on high priority messages. Let's do one more leg that will give you an idea on how to do the second leg. So let's check what is the second one. Second one is customer support emails. All right, so let's copy this part, customer support emails. I'm going to go back, click on this one, and I'm going to append. So let's click expression to make our life easy. Enter. This is the second type of email that we are going to categorize. In order to categorize, we do need the email as well, right? Why don't we go back to our demo sheet? Instead of high priority, I'm going to delete this. Let's grab a customer support email. So maybe wrong session. What's your contact number? I don't know how much do you charge in person. Course information request. So let's take this one. Really doesn't matter. So let's put it inside our demo emails. Let's send the email. So I'm going to go back to our Gmail. I'm going to trigger this email chain, so it will send out that email. Boom, 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 email sent. We received another course information request. Let's see how can we categorize that. So let's fetch an email from here. Just for the sake of not making it too complicated, I'm going to delete that just for the sake. All right, so that we only fetch one email. All right, we'll run the whole thing later on. Don't worry about it. So let's fetch this thing. So it fetched an email. All right. Now this is the same email, I guess. Class mail to. Yeah, can you please give me details about your AI course? Perfect. Let's save. Now we're going to execute. The Gmail trigger is done. AI should be executing, but it is not for some reason. Alright, it's executed and it got as customer support. That's exactly what we wanted. Now let's add another routing rule. Over here we're going to say this is equal to customer support, and we're going to rename the output as customer support. Cool. So now if you execute, high priority is empty. High priority is empty, and we got 1 in the customer support. So what are we going to do? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to add a label. We're going to name this as customer support agent. So in this case, message demo ID, instead of high priority, we're going to make it as customer support. Perfect. Once we execute this, customer support executed, and we must see over here that okay, customer support, it has been tagged. Now what do we need to do? We need to auto reply to this message, right? We are going to use another AI agent which is similar to this. I'm going to copy paste this because we need the same thing. All right, so we're going to copy paste this output first. So this chat model memory is going to be the same chat model. We don't need anything else. Let's connect this, double click, define below. Now we need to change this one. So let's head back to our discussions over here. I'm going to perfect customer support email AI agent prompt. Let's copy this, go back to our agent. I'm going to double click this, delete whatever is there, copy this. All right, same thing, Gmail trigger. This is not one, this has to be Gmail trigger. All right, you're a customer support representative. Your job is to respond to incoming messages as accurately as possible. All right, and if it is an inquiry you cannot handle, please refer the user to the following email. Here is the response. Here is the email that you're responding to, which came from there. Exactly. And I want to do one more thing over here, that we're going to add one tool over here. So what tool are we going to add? So if you see FTI RAG, I have some dummy questions and dummy answers over here. If somebody is asking, we're going to answer from this one. We're going to answer from this one. How do we do that? We're going to add a tool. We're going to say sheets. All right, same thing, the same sheet which we had earlier for this demo, and we're going to say FTAI RAG. This is just an example, and I'm going to say info. All right, so also what we're going to say is, let's go back to the agent. I'm going to say for any questions, check the tool. All right, that way it will know that that tool is available. I'm going to update that in the prompt as well, so you guys know. Wait. I know it's a simple prompt, but it works. We can fancy the prompt later on, if needed. So That's set. Let's go back and we can execute this now. Do we need the same thing? Maybe the output parser, subject email draft. Yeah, this will work. So let's run this now. It should create an account. It should create a email. It should create an email. So we got a reply. Let's go back and see what all it did. So if you see, let's go back to the execution log. The first thing was called was the OpenAI chat model. All right. So it called this chat model and the information was sent to the chat model. Next thing it did was it did read our RAG, our FDI info sheet, and it got the business phone number, which might be wrong, but it got the information from the RAG. So this is a demo of a simple RAG as well. It sent it back to the OpenAI chat model, structured output parser, passed all the information and gave a email draft, which is back. Details about our AI courses. Dear customer, thank you for reaching out to us with our interest in our AI courses. We offer a variety of premium courses. So you see, this is a very, very nice email, which can now be directly sent out to the customer. All right. So let's see. We go back. How do we take this tier customer? We didn't tell it what is the name of the customer. That's why I didn't give it. But I can pull up the name from previous email. I don't want to do that right now, but it's just to give you an idea on how to do that, right? So let's go back. We're going to say Gmail, send a message. All right, who are we sending the message? So this should be the email of your customer support. You can have a different customer like support@xyz.com. You can use that email over here. 2 is going to come from your Gmail trigger, which is going to be, or maybe on the parser, which is the AI agent has that. We got that out, if you remember. So sender. So you can send it back to the person who sent it out. And subject details about our AI courses. Message, thank you for your inquiry. The sales machine, the course on how finding. So this is good enough. You can use this or that, doesn't matter. And perfect, this is good. So let's execute this. If we execute it, it'll actually send out an email which was sent. Let's go back to AI demo and we see sent. So this was details about thank you for your inquiry about AI courses. We offer a range of courses, blah blah blah. So most of this information, like 7-day AI orchestrated course, let me zoom in. This was taken from the RAG. So 7-day AI orchestrator course. So this proves that the RAG was used for this one. And we can also do the same thing about sending out the notification, which is just copy pasting this. So Control C, Control V, and this will also send out the text messages. This way, 2 legs are done. All right. So similarly, you have to create the 3rd leg and 4th leg. The process is same. All we need to do is keep adding to the prompt. So the 3rd thing is going to be, if you go to the prompt, if you go back, this is going to be promotions, finance and billing. This is going to be the prompt, promotions, finance and billing. So you add it. You can do both together right now in one shot. Promotions, directly send them to the red bucket. We don't want to care about them, right? So let's do them. Let's do that. Let's take this leg. All right. I'm going to copy both of them right now because you guys know what needs to be done. So I'm going to take the entire prompt. Cool. All right. Cool. We got the entire prompt. It should be able to categorize all the emails now. All right. What else do we need? We need the name. This is promotions and finance and billing. So let's create these 2 categories over here. Add a routing rule. This is going to be finance and billing. We're going to call this as finance and billing. And we need one more. We're going to say this as promotions. I hope I get the name right. Promotions. Right, and we can even drag this if you want, just to be on the same page of the previous one. So this one, let's rename promotions. All right, so we got high priority, customer support, promotions, finance, and billing. Now, for promotions, what do we need to do? So let's test this out. The next thing is promotions. What do we need to do? As simple, we are going to copy paste this. We are going to label this as promotions. I know I don't have the, we have promotions and category promotions. I think it's promotion. What is it? It's promotion. I think I named it wrong. So let's go back and let's change this from promotions to promotion, or else it won't get categorized. How do we verify that? We can go back to the agent, make sure it is saying as promotions. Oh no, it's saying promotions. Sorry, my bad. The label is promotion, but this thing is promotion. So sorry about that. We are going to see this is promotions. All right, perfect. Let's test this. So what are we going to do? Once we name this as promotions, we're going to simply move that email. So Gmail, and move the move. We have to move it to, what do you say? We have to move it to, or we have to remove it from inbox. So I'm not going to do that. You can remove it. In order to move it from the inbox, it's a little bit tricky over here. We have to remove a label for inbox and it will automatically be gone from here and go to promotions. But we want to see it to make sure that it is doing what it is supposed to do. So why don't we test that theory out? Let's go back. I'm going to delete this just to test out one thing at a time. So promotion, sponsor partially. This is a good email. Same drill. Let's go back, select, send. There is a lot of going back and forth when you're developing. It's not an easy task. It does take time. It does take a lot of patience. Development is not for the faint of the heart. And boy, this is working every time you're doing it. If it doesn't work, sometimes it takes a lot of time to fix issues. So we have deleted everything. If we go back, we won't have anything over here. Now, I like to test one thing at a time, not to get confused with everything else. That's why I do this. If it is not good enough for you, I'm sorry about that, but that's how I do stuff. Unit testing, we call it as unit testing in the world of software programming. All right, what are we going to do over here? We're going to get the email. Now, next we're going to classify. So it's running OpenAI chat model. It should classify it as, let's run this, we'll come to know. So it should, it made it as finance and billing. Maybe there is something else in there. Classification was promotions. So why it went to finance? And if you see the classification is promotions, but it went to finance and billing, that does not make sense. No. It is promotions, my bad. It went to promotions because this is the green one. Now let's add label. We add the label. If we, boom, promotion. You see a gray label. I can make the color a little bit different too. Let's make it like orange color. So promotion. So this is done, and we want to also make it as red. We don't, I'm like red email. We don't want to see this. There's a sponsored opportunity. I really don't care about it. So next step, what we're going to do is make it as email, like Gmail, mark a message as red. Do we have something else? Mark a message? No. Mark a message as red. Perfect. So we are going to choose this one. The ID is this one, and we're going to make it as red. So once we make it as red, if we go back, it will be red now. It's gone. You have to refresh it because it's the browser thingy, but yes, it's red now. Now, if you don't want it over here in your inbox, these are not high priority emails. We just want them in the promotions. You can have it as well. It's already there because it's categorized, but you still see it over here. In order to get rid of that, what we can do is add another Gmail, or what I'm going to do is like Control C, Control V, this one. All right. And this one we are going to do as remove a label. All right, and remove a label, and what label we are going to remove is inbox. So if we remove the label inbox, it will be removed from this one. It's gone. So zero inbox. This is how you can do zero inbox, and it went into promotions. So the promotional emails, you don't even have to worry about them. They will be read and automatically sent to the promotion folder or promotional category, and you don't have to worry about them. Right? So we are done with 3. Only 1 is remaining. So let's do that same drill again. We're going to go back. We're going to delete this just for the testing and development purposes. Finance and billing. This looks like something involved with money. So let's take that. Let's put it over here. Excuse me, same drill. Now, by this time, you must be acquainted with this thing. Boom. So we are going to delete. No, not this. Delete emails. Deleted. Let's go back. We're going to verify no emails in there. Boom. Everything is taken care of. Let's send this email out. Now it will read the email for finance and billing department. We should get a message. Okay, we got finance invoice needed. Cool. Let's run this thing and see what does it get categorized as. Perfect. Our AI agent is running. It's analyzing the email, and this one is finance and billing. Voila, perfect. So let's run this. We'll have finance and billing. Right now we don't have anything over here. So what do we need to do? First thing is we're going to add a label, right? Copy paste this one. I copy pasted this one. This, Control C, Control V, touch, connect, add label to the message. What label are we putting over here right now? We are going finance and billing. Look for that. Execute. You should see finance and billing. Boom. Now what do we need to do? We need to inform the finance and billing department that there is some message who is asking about this thing. All right, so what we need to do, we are going to create another AI agent to create a draft or create an email. So I'm going to copy this whole chain. Okay, we're going to copy this whole thingy. All right, make sure that there is a gray outline on top of that. So we have selected the AI agent, structured output parser, draft, and send a message. All right, so we're going to paste this over here. All right, why don't we name our agents? This is our high priority agent. This is our promotional agent, I think so. Oh no, this is customer support AI agent. This is going to be, there is no AI agent in the promotions. If you want, you can do it. I don't want to. And this is going to be our finance department AI agent, or finance forward department agent. Chat model, same thing. We are going to use this chat model. You can choose, only you can copy paste this one as well. It's the same thing. Same API is being called, so don't worry about it. Now, we have to change what this AI agent needs to do. How do we change it? We need a user message, system message, or a user message. Really doesn't matter in this case. So we go back. In our school community, this is the finance and billing. So we were done with customer support. We need finance and billing AI agent prompt. You are a finance and billing assistant. Your job is to summarize incoming emails and billing and summarize them in a short and concise way. All right, we can change this if you want, but not needed. This is just to showcase what we can do. All right, so let's come back over here. We're going to use this leg, which is the finance department AI. I'm going to go over here, Control A, Control V. Same thing. You need to excuse me, fix the name of the Gmail trigger that you have. You are a finance and billing assistant. Your job is to summarize incoming emails relating to finance and billing. Summarize them in a short way. So let's change this a little bit. You can change it the way you want. Your job is to summarize the incoming customer request and then draft an email to the finance and billing department on what the customer request is, or whatever customer department. All right, let's put it this way. This is the context. So we're giving the user and the system prompt in one prompt, which works. And we need subject message and text message, right? So we need to tell in the output parser that subject message and text message. So subject message, we need the email draft as well. So let's keep it like this because we do need the email draft. Actual message is the one we got from the email itself, right? So let's take that. Now we run it to the AI agent. Next, we do not want to create a draft. What we want to do is forward to finance department. So in this case, let's assume the email of the finance and billing department is a different one, Sandy4v1 @gmail.com. Your finance and billing department could be anything else, but that email over there really doesn't matter. No, well, it matters in a real life scenario, but for testing it does not. So let's run our AI agent. Boom. So it created, hi finance and billing department, customer has requested a tax invoice for a course to blah blah blah, right? It has responded with that. We take that message, subject is this subject, message is this email draft. You can use this email draft, or you can I'm going to use this message because it looks cleaner to me. Subject request, you can use this one as well. Both have pretty decent, it has subject as well included in that, but message is fine. So let's do that. If we run that, now a message is already being sent. What is the message? It's been sent using our email. So let's first, what do you say? This, it did get categorized. What we are looking for is a sent message using this. Oh boy, all right, I think we must have used a different email over here. No, we used the same email. And why is it not in the sent message? Did it? Oh no, it just created a draft. It didn't send an email, so that's why. There should be another draft over here. Yeah, invoice. Reply request to that. So instead of this, what we need to do is we don't need RE in there. We need forward. FWD, which is forward. And message, we're going to send the message at this time, and we're going to send it to Sandy4v1 @gmail. And that's why you need to test things out. gmail.com. Rest everything looks fine. Let's run this. Boom, email was sent. Let's go back and check. Email sent. Yes. For email, hi finance and billing department, customer has requested, please arrange to send the tax invoice to the customer, which is good. And you can put your own signature over here and remove this one. How to remove this? Very, very simple. Go back, add an option, append, remove the append. Cool. And last, we need to send a message to, what are we going to send? A text message. So this is your chat ID, this is my chat ID, but you have to change it. Text, what are we going to change? Customer requested tax info, please process and send the invoice properly. We can say email forwarded to the finance department about. So this way you can send it to yourself, or if you want to send it to the finance and billing department, you can say attention finance department, please take action needed, action required. Well, this way they get a text message saying that attention to you guys, action is required. And what is the action required? Customer requested, please process it, and the email will also be there. So This email is already sent to the finance department, but we are going to notify them. Once we notify them, we go to our Telegram. We should get attention, finance department, action required, blah, blah, blah. So this way the whole chain is completed. Let me just do this. It looks a little different and complicated than that, but boy, it is not complicated at all. So to summarize, we're using a Gmail trigger. All right, Gmail trigger, as soon as a message is received, it goes to an AI agent. AI agent, it will categorize the emails based on the category. It will go to each and its own leg. High priority draft is created. A message is sent to us so that we can check it, human in the loop, and then send out the reply once we review it. Customer support, no action needed. Customer support AI agent will answer the questions from the RAG, and it will directly answer the questions. Why don't we test the whole thing out now? So let's go back. I'm going to delete. Let's not delete it. All we need to do is like add speaker canceled. Let's see. We didn't test this out, so we can test it out. So demo email. So this high priority. Let's take promotions. We have already, right? No, we don't have. We need promotions, and we need customer support. In-person training. So first we asked about the courses. Now we asked about in-person training. So let's go back. Boom. Now, what do? We delete our things so that we can have a clean slate. All right, all the messages are deleted. Now we are going to send the messages. Right now, this workflow is not in production. It's not published. So whatever happens over here, it's not going to trigger automatically. If you want this to trigger automatically, what we need to do is once you save, you publish it. You can give the name version 1, V1, or whatever you want to give. Some people give date. You give whatever you want to give. Publish. All right. Once it is published, now this Gmail trigger is going to wait for an email, which is over here. Right now there is nothing. We have deleted everything, right? We have deleted everything. As soon as I send out the emails, it will start looking for them every minute, and our email should be categorized and taken care automatically. Let's see that in action. I'm going to use this. 4 items read, 4 emails are being sent. We should have received 4 emails over here. Yes, we are receiving the emails as we speak. Now, hands down, hands up. I can't do hands up. You still have to see what I'm doing. So executions, it will start executing any moment now. It has started to run. It is executing. And as we know, if we keep refreshing it, let's see, it will take care of it. So let's go back. Let's see what it's doing. It's taking its time. It's reading the emails. AI agent is deciding what to do. Let's wait for it. I have started receiving output. I have started receiving some things. Let's find out. Some send text message was failed over here for some reason. That's fine. I think we missed something over here. We missed high priority JSON no, path back to the node. That's fine. So we failed one, but anyways, this one, customer support, we don't need anything. So I'm going to delete that. All right. Let's see rest of them. Did they got taken care of or not? So yeah, customer support worked, high priority worked, finance and billing department, it failed before that. So why don't we do this? Why don't we run it again and see what happens? Or is it still running? No, this errored out. So I'm going to run it again. Clicking Gmail node. So boom. Let's have a clean run. Let's have one successful run, and then we can have a clean run. So again, it read 4 items because we ran it manually. All 4 1 got executed. Now this one is running. This one is successful. Customer agent, customer support, it failed earlier. So I don't want to fix it. I don't want notification for customer support emails. This thing is taken care of, and this thing is taken care of. So perfect. This works. I'm going to publish this version. So every time you make a change, you have to publish the version, or else it won't take into effect. let's do this thing now. I'm going to delete it. It's already taken care. I'm 100% sure about it. Like, promotions came to promotions, inbox finance, high priority customers order, everything got triggered properly. But I want to do a clean run just to make sure that everything is good. So we're going to delete the messages one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Deleted. Let's go back, review. No messages. Let's come back. I'm going to run this part, which is going to send the emails. Just for the sake, we're going to publish. We published the good version. That's fine. Not an issue. Let's run for emails. Boom. It might fail again, and that's the process. You have to keep testing it until it succeeds. We send out 4 emails. 4 emails are received. I hope all of them get processed right now properly. So execution should start any moment. Execution started. It's running. AI agent will take its time to run. We should get some notifications over here, just like these. Right now it's 5:54, so 5:54 urgent. Today's live session, so 5:54 we have started getting the emails. Let's go back. Cool, everything got categorized. So our high priority, it got categorized. We got the email. Then a draft was created for the high priority category. Then second, finance and billing was automatically sent to Sandy for week. So that thing was taken care of. High priority emails, it's over here. These are only the categories. Promotion email, it was already read and it was categorized over here. It was also being removed from the inbox. So if you want to remove all of these, just remove the inbox label. And at the end, last was this finance and billing. Can you see what happened? We must have sent one email to Sandy for week. So this email, a customer has requested a tax information, and this is our finance and billing department, Sandy for week 1. So this way, everything has been taken care of. That's how you create our workflow. Should be successful. It's running, but it will be successful. No doubt, everything is succeeded. That's how you create the email classifier. All the prompts that you need are over here in our AI Automations Champions community. I'll also put it in the free community in the AI Champs, so you can grab it from wherever you want. I'm going to save it for now. If you don't want to go through the hassle of everything, all you can do is just download the template, and this is the template. This is pretty well done template. You can use this directly, and this will also work. All you have to do is change your Telegram IDs. If you don't want notifications, you don't even have to do that. So feel free. And so I really hope you practice this, create this workflow. If you have any questions, drop it in the comment. If you like the video, if it is useful to you, please like. If you don't like it, please comment. Why didn't you like it? What is that you did not like, so that I can fix it in the next video. And yeah, use it, share it with people, save a few hours a day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.